All right. The Hemi. You see the direction I'm going with this. This is the timer cover I'm using. I haven't got the other engine yet. This has only been a few days after the beginning of this project, so I'm just spreading the videos out so we have content for a while. But, and yes, I already know before anyone comments below, yes, they're aluminum heads, but they're stock aluminum heads. It doesn't matter. If they were aftermarket, fine, I would consider leaving them the color they were. But with the black intake, black valve covers, orange timing cover with black pulleys, I think it'll look all right. I've ordered the bolts. They should be in the next few days. And then I can put the new bolts in. I guess I might go through and do more of a video show, talking about torque and all that shit. Main reason I started this video, that's the extra engine. I'm using it for mocking. And the crank ain't actually in. But that is a 904 transmission. I am planning on doing a 6-speed. It will be 6-speeded at some point in time. It will have a manual. But that's $1,500 at the current time. It's the cheapest one I could find. I don't have $1,500. So I can put this in there. Don't have to buy any extra electronics. I have to buy an adapter, flex plate, no problem. But I do this, it becomes drivable quicker. Yes, it probably will be pulling more RPMs than it should, and yes, it'll probably not have as much top end as it would with the manual or the electronic automatic. But the electronic automatic, one, ain't cheap either, and two, it freaking has all the electronic crap that I'd have to purchase, and it would end up being cheaper to buy the manual at that point. Where the crank ain't actually all the way in. This ain't actually on the center of this, but it's looking at the way the flex plate had to be designed. But 904, really not 100% sure what year it came out of. It's probably a lockup torque converter. I'm not sure. But I've got had this for a while. Freaking B&M, ratchet shift, cable. Just playing around with it to see if I can make it work. That's a Magnum, like 318, 360, 39 V6 starter. The only issue I've seen with it is it fits just barely, but it's kind of tight right there and right there. So I'll probably take and on, of course, that engine, grind that bit off just a little so I have a little more playroom when I go stick the starters in and out. Because trust me, last thing you want is a difficult to put in damn starter. Now I'll most likely take this to the transmission shop, and since they're buddies of mine, they won't charge me too much, and they can, go through it and whatnot. Might even look into having a manual valve body put in it so it don't shift itself and I have to shift it. Since there ain't gonna be no kickdown linkage, I don't want to screw the pressures up and maybe blow the tranny. But this is just the mock engine for right now. But it bolts up. It's the same flanging. It's the same this. It's the same that. It's just that the flex plate is probably going to have to be more or less just completely flat, because this is all the way in. That's all the way in, and it pretty much, if it was in the hole, it would be any. You see how that works down there. That would be inside the end of this. So, of course, this has the gear, but thinking this will work. I'll have to look into the flex plate adapter thing, whatever the hell you want to call it. Basically, it's orange. That's about as much as I've gotten accomplished at this point. Heads have come on and off half a dozen times. When I do torque everything down, I'll go over everything again with a little bit more orange. I get the timing cover, which is an identical timing cover as this one. But, the tensioner broke. The flange for the oil pan, it's broke. Water pump plugged, which is fine and dandy, except for, that's the parts I'd have to buy. The bearing's locked down and the pulley is broke. And it's just sliding on the bearing. That bolt's bent. So it makes more sense to me to freaking replace instead of trying to fix what we have. Still have to get an alternator. I still have to get a few other odds and ends here and there, but man, I need to get a new one of these, which the other engine should come with that. So, kind of a hurry up and wait on the other engine, which they have to pull it, and they haven't pulled it yet. So, yeah, that I believe might work. 904s have a low first gear, 1-to-1 top gear. Now the 1-to-1 with around the 355-ish, 390, not 390, 309, 280 or 290 some odd gear that it seems like the internet says them darn things might have. This will come out of the hole like a rocket ship, but it just ain't going to have that grand top end. It might be 100, 120 wound the hell out. I don't know. But definitely will have to do something fancy with the drive shaft because that's a slip joint. But we'll get to that insanity when we get there. All right, thanks for watching. Subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Bye.